Shine bright up all night. We're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes. We're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only a day. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold. A mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We gotta party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. It's good to see you all. Yes, yes. I know I'm streaming on both channels right now. For those who don't know about my other channel, it's still monetized. Hopefully, this one will be up in a couple days. I just haven't worked on it, to be honest with you, but I will. I will work on it. Um, so yeah, so we are streaming on both platforms. If you haven't subscribed to my other channel, Clutch Them Pearls, make sure you subscribe to that channel. We are live over there. Um, also, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, Dispatch. You're very kind. It's good to see you all. It's good to be here. Unfortunately, another child. It has been nonstop. And this really has to end. These men that are around these children, particularly, preteen girls. It's just been they'll drop the link in the chat over there. So yeah, if you want to become a member on that channel, become a member. It'll still pop up. I can still show it. And you can do a, if you want to become a member chat or a super chat or anything, you can do it over there. I'll still see it. No pressure, obviously, but just want to let you know. Okay. So unfortunately, but unfortunately, they found Madeline Soto's remains yesterday. And Brandy B, thank you so much, my dear. You are beautiful. God, you are beautiful. Thank you so much. You were so pretty. I just took off all my self tanner yesterday, and I'm like, I am as white as white. Thank you, Shannon, so much for becoming a member, my dear. I appreciate you. So, anywho, I'm going to be talking about Madeline Soto. I'm going to give you the entire rundown on this in case you haven't been following it, you haven't heard about it. We're going to give it all to you. So, you just did yourself, Tanner. I need to put some back on. Yes, thumbs up on both channels. Thumbs up on both channels. That would be great. Great. Okay. Here we go. So Madeline Soto is from Orlando, Florida. And we're going to go over the probable cause affidavit. 13 years young. 13 years young. Yeah, Crystal. It's awful. It's awful. Okay. Let me pull some stuff up here that we've been working on. We're going to give you like a timeline and all that. I don't know. There's just something about little Madeline. When I see her photo, I want to cry. I don't know. You can just tell she is a good kid. Just a good kid. And it sucks that there is another one slain because the man around him has some perversion. I don't get it. You can tell she's just a good kid. This is Maddie's bio dad and her stepmom. I don't know if a lot of people has seen this or not, but this is Maddie's bio dad and stepmom. There are monsters out there. We're going to talk about that, Trish. We're going to talk about that because a lot of people have said, moms, it just feels a little off. I'm trying to give her, I just want to hear more. From her. But yeah, this is Maddie's bio dad and stepmom. So, just look like a good family. This is the monster. Kathleen, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you so much. Thank you all. Really, truthfully. It's been a trying week or so. He has been arrested. Yesterday, there was a press conference. People were searching for Madeline, and they said that they knew she was unalived, that they had most likely seen Madeline unalived in the car with Stephen Stearns. Stephen Michael, Stephan, Michael Stearns, Sterns. So there's that. Thank you so much, Ginger Snaps. Thank you, my sweetheart. Love you. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up, and I appreciate you, my dear. And please just drop the Clutch Them Pearls channel as well. We're streaming live over there as well. I believe mom helped set up getting rid of Maddie. I hope not. I hope not. Don Grandma 3, this is so sad. So many monsters. Thank you so much for 6 months, my dear. I love you, appreciate you. And there are so many monsters, and nobody, don't trust any man or any person around your kids like that. I'm telling you, I don't, does anyone know, because I actually don't know this. Does anyone know how long they had been together? I agree with you, TJ, personally. I agree with that, yeah. And I wondered about that. I'm like, why was she not at the birthday party? Why was she not at the birthday party? But just don't trust any, but 7 years. 7 years. Had he lived there 7 years? I mean, thank you, Yaya. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you so much. Love you, dear. And both own houses, mother and working. You see, I mean, if you lived with someone 7 years, it, I don't want to be hard on the mom. I don't want to be hard on the mom right now because she's grieving and stuff. But isn't there any warning signs, like with his social media, something? They're say Disney's saying that is not true. That he never was a character at Disney. They refute that. I guess Steven was lying on his uh Facebook account, but but the mom allegedly works for Disney. Either she currently did or she thank you, David W. That's a very kind comment. I really appreciate that. There are red flags with mom, in your opinion. I know a lot of people. We're gonna look at these interviews, okay? We're gonna look at them. And I don't know, when I see her photo, it just makes me want to cry. Maddie's photo. These fucking evil men, man. So yesterday he was charged with battery of a custodian, victim 12 to 17 years of age. Uh child or possession control. It says view depiction of child, you know what? Battery with a custodian or victim. Now, there has been, thank you, Chantel. Very kind of you. I appreciate all the kind comments. Y'all are amazing. Hey, Max Chica. Good to see you, my friend. There had been, so he was on Reddit quite a bit, Stephen was, and he had voiced that he had intrusive thoughts. Now, intrusive thoughts is something we all have, right? You might think of something, we think of something, our mind will think of something really bad, and we'll be like, oh God, shake it out of our head. Love you, Lori. Thank you, Max Chica. But this, you don't act. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. You don't act upon. First of all, I don't understand how anyone that is an adult human being finds a child attractive. I don't understand it. I don't get it. These people are bent. They're wired wrong something. Now, this is the photo of the interview of Stephen and Maddie's mother. Now, Stephen is wiping away fake tears. And in the interview, which we're going to go over both the interviews in case you haven't seen them, in the interview, he is wiping away fake tears, sniffling really hard, and he seems more upset. Not seems. He is trying to appear to act more upset than the mother because obviously Stephen is the last one that was seen with Maddie. He was the one that was supposed to protect her and take her to her school. The night before was her birthday, one of the probably the greatest days of her life. And the next day, he murders her, allegedly, is what the police are saying. That's what I believe personally. I mean, how it has been, it has just been nonstop, guys, lately. He was born in 1986, 4/25, 1986. Doesn't he look older than that? Yes, ginger snaps, they do. Yes, and I think he's being charged with capital. Yes, Charlotte, it does. Mom said we hadn't fought recently, so they have fights before they fought that night. No, she said that if you're meaning about Maddie, she said her and Madeline hadn't fought in a few weeks even. The mother will look back and know she missed signs. Yeah. Yeah. Guys, trust your gut. We are born with instincts, all of us. Intuition, if you want to call it, whatever. It it's in all humans and it's in animals, it's in all of us. It's these little signs or feelings that we get. Thank you, Blue Bella. My mods are amazing. Wonderful people. Wonderful. But he doesn't he look older than 1986? What, he's 37? To 37? Someone pointed out here, if you see these knuckles, is that some type of scraping? I'll make it bigger. You see that? Um, who was videotaping while he was so there had been things that have came out. They had found, I don't know if it was photos or videos of we'll just say the waist down. You get me? Uh, and there was something distinctive markings, I guess you could say. And which that also happened, if you guys remember, in the Michael Jackson, if you've ever saw the Michael Jackson documentary or followed the Michael Jackson case, they got basically a warrant to, it was pink markings, yeah, pink markings, to take pictures of Michael Jackson identifying markers. Yeah, we'll just say that. Yes, Regina. It is. Yeah. These are twisted folks that we cannot even begin. Thank you, Max Chica. Thank you so much for becoming a member, my dear, on the channel. I appreciate you so much. Very thankful for you, my friend. The police report was awful. We're going to cover it here shortly. He's a psychopath, needs to relive the fantasy. One, yes, yep. Hmm. I often wonder, do these men get with the mother because they actually like the mother, or do they get with the mother because they have children? You get me? Thank you, Hey Jude. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. It is bad. Yeah, I'm gonna read what I can read on there. I don't know, man, but it's really bad. Here's little Madeline. Ugh. When's it gonna stop, y'all? When's it gonna stop? And this is the problem, is you don't know an RSO or a child RSO until they commit the crime. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know anything about them until they commit the crime, and they either take someone's life or they try to permanently fuck up someone's life. Yeah, Sweet and Spice, like, yeah, she says, "I will date after my kids are grown." I mean, that's, you know, ideal, but it doesn't mean you have to stop dating per se or anything, but just don't let them around your kids. Like, taking them to school, like, ever let them be alone with your kids, right? Just don't trust anybody. I mean, this happened after they were together 7 years. There are usually red flags people are able to pick up on. Yes. Yes. There are websites that allow you to look up RSOs in your neighborhood. Oh, absolutely. Mhm. And listen, they're in every single one of our neighborhoods. Every one of us. Yours, mine, they're in every single neighborhood. Hey, Lolito. And I bet my life she's been. I also wonder, it was just her birthday the night before. Did he think she was gonna maybe tell? She's starting to get older. She's, you know, as you become a little bit older, and you know, you become a teenager, that's when you actually start becoming, you're getting out of the child, you're still a child, but you're getting out of that, you're becoming towards an adult, right? Every little bit. So you have more freedoms, your body's changing, your mind is changing. And I wonder, it was just her birthday. Just her birthday. And did he think, "Oh, she's growing up. She might tell. Yes. Yes, Marilyn. Hey, Jacqueline. Last night, this was the area in which Madeline was very close, the area where she was found. Chris, thank you so much for 2 months. You're a pearl. You're always a pearl, my love. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you so much for your support. Hey, woman of sacred, thank you, honey. So many people showed out. So this is the timeline. This is the timeline. Then we're going to go watch some interviews and we're going to read the probable cause affidavit what we can. Okay. All right. 1 second. I need to get a drink. Some people say, yes, September. All right. So Saturday, February 25th was Madeline Soto's 13th birthday celebration. February 26th at 8:30 in the morning on Monday, the next day after Maddie's birthday celebration, one second, I'm trying to pop my window here. One day after Maddie's birthday celebration, she's driven to school by her mom's boyfriend, Steven Stearns. And he says he drops her off at a nearby church. But by 4:30 in the evening, kids should be coming home around 3 to 4-ish. Madeline's mom, Jen Soto, she goes to pick up Maddie from Hunters Creek Middle School. And she finds out her daughter didn't attend class that day. This sounds what story does this sound like? What story does this sound like? Audrey. Stephen McDougal. I often wonder when these cases happen so similar. I often wonder, did Stephen, did he hear hold on 1 second. Uh did he hear about copycats? And did that give him they haven't found Elijah yet? No. No, they haven't. But did it give him like this feeling to do it? Did it put it in his mind to do it? Like they have to hear this stuff because Stephen Stearns and Stephen McDougal are one and the same. By 8 p.m. that night, Maddie was reported missing, which was, 3.5 hours later. Orange County Sheriff's Office deputies meet Maddie's mom, Jen. They meet her at the school and search with bloodhounds with no success of getting a scent or anything. So the next day, on Tuesday, not until 6:51 p.m., Madeline Soto's missing poster is released by officials. 10 p.m. that night, which is the creepy thing we're going to talk about here in a minute. Jen and Stephen did an interview with Fox 35. Well, actually, Stephen didn't do an interview that night. Jen did the interview. He is lurking like a predator in the background is exactly what he's doing. Lurking like a predator in the background. Sal 80, thank you so much for becoming a member, my sweetheart. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate that. Thank you. Hey, Brandy, I want to know if the school called the mom. All our schools call within 2 hours if we forget to call them out sick. I thought about that as well, Brandy. Thought about that as well. Why didn't the school call? You know, I mean, sometimes, the school will call with a human being. Sometimes it will be like an automated call even, but there's usually some sort of call, right? Okay. So Tuesday, February 27th. All right. Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. Orange County Sheriff John Mina hosts a press conference about the ongoing search. Within 4 or 5 hours later at 9:52 p.m., Stephen Stearns is arrested on unrelated charges, and he's named the prime suspect in Madeline Soto's case. Thursday, February 29th, body language expert assesses Stephen Stearns' body language in a Zoom interview with Fox 35. March 1st, which was yesterday. 9:30 in the morning, Stephen dodges questions while being transferred to Orange County uh to okay, 1 second. Yeah, exactly. The school doesn't tally their absences until the end of the day. Really? See, that doesn't make sense. That does not make sense at all. You should want to I don't think she's involved in I don't think the mother is involved personally. I don't think she's involved. I don't know. I really wondered in that interview if she knows, like, if she's just being conflicted with thinking, is the man that is like right behind me right now that I've been with 7 years, could he have something to do with it? And then your child is missing. I just don't know. You know what I mean? She seems intelligent. But by 6 p.m. yesterday, right after the press conference, they got a tip. And by a few hours later, by 6 p.m., they had found Madeline. Oh, why'd I do that? All right. Here was Maddie's birthday. Yes. Hey, Nosy. Good to see you. Hey, Muscles. She was so happy the day before, and I'm so glad that the night before this monster did something to her, that she had one of the best days of her life. She absolutely deserves a chance. I also want to know why wasn't her mom at the birthday party the day before? Does anyone know? I just can't take this, y'all. This is
On with Maddie.
so we are going to watch this interview. This is the first interview done by Fox 35. Credit goes to them. Link is in description. Here we go. Let me make a little thingy here. Little banner. Fox 35 Orlando. Now, Orlando is like one of the happiest places on the planet, right? It's where Disney is. It's where Disney is. During the interview, she was hugging on him. All right, here we go, guys.
Well, Monday morning, we took her to school. We dropped her off close to school, across the street from a church, which is it's right next to the school. She crossed the street and walked to school, what we thought walked to school. My boyfriend who drove her.
Look what Steven did. As soon as that mother chicken, as soon as he heard her talking about the story, he crosses right there. I know a lot of people are saying the we took her. I don't, I personally, in this circumstance, I don't know. I'm just gonna wait, personally.
Her to school, drove away at that point. It was seen on video footage that she hung out in the parking lot of the church for a few minutes and then got up and walked towards the
That
school.
evil mother chicken. Look at him eyeing right now. He wants to be in this at all costs. This man. Why would he sit like that? Pull up your freaking chair, dude. How about you pull up your chair and sit beside your woman, right? But no, you're like crotched, like literally like a predator. The creep factor is like a 10. Creep factor. I can't. Oh my god.
But she never made it that walk and that was around 9 a.m. when she got up. She never made it to school after that. It's right next to the school. I don't know why she didn't make it. I don't know if something happened on her walk along the way or if she got taken, but she never made it.
And that was the last anyone's seen of her or heard from her?
Yes. I went to pick her up after school, and she wasn't there. So I started driving around, maybe thinking she took a walk. Maybe she decided to walk to my mom's office, which is pretty close to the school as well. Drove around and I didn't see anything. I drove back to the school. The school was closed. I emailed one of her teachers. They confirmed that she was absent all day. at that point is when I called 911 because I realized something was truly wrong.
Have you heard from like any of her friends? Has she been active on any social media?
She hasn't been active on social media, none of her chats, none of her games. We did contact all her friends. None of them had seen her Monday or heard from her. Yeah, there's no update.
And I have to ask this, and I know I hate doing it, but is she the type that would run away? Has this happened in the past or anything? Has she ever threatened to run away?
Never. She's never ever mentioned anything like this before, and she's not the type to want to do this. She did accidentally leave her phone on Monday.
Nope. Nope. I don't think that was an accident. I don't think yes, she said she emailed the teacher. Yes. I don't think that was an accident. In my opinion, either Steven hid it. I think he probably hid it to where she was not going to take that phone. Chris Watts vibes. Definitely Chris Watts vibes. That was not an accident that she didn't take her phone. Listen, if you're a 13-year-old, you're not going to forget your phone. You're not going to forget your phone. No. It's their lifeline. You know what I mean? It's like,
which is kind of normal for her. She's got ADHD and
I
very
doubt that.
forgetful. So she left her phone at home, so there's no way to trace her.
I
They tried
wonder.
tracing her school laptop.
I also wonder that if she. I wonder that was she already deceased? Yeah. Where was the crime? You know, like that's the thing. Where was the crime? Where did he unalive her at? Was it at the apartment? Mods, could you drop a link for membership from Clutch Them Pearls? Quinny says, I want to know how he got into his car, got her into the car deceased. How many moms would not see something? You got a point. Before she got in the car? I've seen a lot of you saying that you think that she will be arrested next. Wow.
But that's off, so it's not pinging to anything.
Jen, what is your fear? I know you mentioned she's on games and stuff. Do you think she could have like met somebody and tried to meet up with them?
She's
Okay,
open to
hold on
us.
a minute.
She's open with.
Hold on a second. If he did this at the apartment, if he did this at the apartment, was the mom there all night? Did she work at night? Because if she was there, this is a tiny apartment. It's a tiny apartment. If she was there, wouldn't she have heard some type of struggle or something? Yeah, I know Kim French. Yeah. Detective said she was already deceased. He carried her out in the morning hours of Monday. He said she was really tired, is how he puts it. We're going to get to that. The mom was at work. I think he unalived her at night. So the mom works night hours?
with us about, if she's got a crush with anyone, and she told us she had a crush on someone at school. And I looked at their messages, nothing was weird. I looked at all of her messages, all of her deleted messages. Nothing seemed weird. It didn't seem like she was talking to anyone. So I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like she may have been taken, because this is not like her at all to just not tell us, not let us know where she's going or who she's with. Yeah.
What are you getting from law enforcement? Are they actively searching for her? What happens now? Especially that she doesn't have her phone with her.
So as far as I know, they're conducting a search around the school. Behind the school, there's a Shingle Creek. There's a wooded path area that you could walk. It's a hiking path. They are going back there with their canine dogs. They've taken a piece of her clothing to see if they can trace her scent.
That's what's confusing me, Jean. No, listen to her mom. The mom said she came home and talked to Maddie before she went to bed. I thought, because she said, English Rose, she said that Maddie went straight to bed. She wasn't on her phone. She wasn't on social media. She had the best night. So that's what confuses me. If she was at work, how did she know that unless Steven told her that? Hey, Beth. That's what I'm not getting. Did she talk to her in person or text? She said she wasn't on her phone. Is mom
They're also taking their own vehicles. I'm not sure what type of vehicles, but they're going into the woods to search for her. But I don't feel like
this was
that's gonna
taken
find anything
the
right
next
now.
day.
We've had
The
people
very next day
all
after
day
Maddie went missing.
on that trail sending us photos to see if anything there looks familiar and like her personal belongings, and nothing is hers. So I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm just contacting the news to get the word out, to get some help, because I'm desperate. I'm a wreck right now.
So you think that she's been taken against her will?
I do think so, yes.
As a mom, what's your mother's intuition telling you right now?
I'm trying to hope for the best, but I'm scared for her.
The intuition is this mother chicken right here.
I want her to be okay. I want her to be safe. I don't want her to come back harmed. I just want her back. Whatever that means. I just want her back.
Are you getting any updates from law enforcement? Yes, they're searching that small area, but have they gotten any hits on any scent or anything like that?
They haven't let me know anything. They haven't updated me since I spoke to them this morning. I've contacted them to get some information or to give them some leads, but I've heard nothing back.
And Jen, there's no way that she, just being, a teenager, was like, maybe had a fight with you or an argument with you and
Definitely Chris Watts vibes. Definitely Chris Watts vibes.
was like, you know what, I'm going to go hang out at so-and-so's house and teach her a lesson. Could that be a scenario?
I don't believe so. We actually haven't gotten into a fight in like a few weeks, or arguments or anything like that. If anything, on Sunday, she celebrated her 13th birthday with my entire family, and she had the best day. She was so happy. She showed us all her gifts. She's just a happy girl, and she showed it on Sunday night when she went to bed. She was so happy. So, she had the best day. I just, there was no moment in that evening from when she got home from the party that she had her phone or had the laptop. She went straight to getting ready and went to bed. So I know she didn't have any conversations with anyone. She didn't make plans with anyone.
Okay. Why was the mom not at her daughter's birthday party. Got home from the party. Right. He came to pick her up for. That's a good question. Who picked Maddie up, or who dropped Maddie off from the birthday party? Yeah.
So she spent the whole Sunday celebrating her 13th birthday. Was her 13th birthday on that Sunday, or that was just like the time you guys were celebrating?
That was the time we were celebrating. Her birthday was on Thursday, the 22nd.
Okay,
She just turned 13.
But that's just so heartbreaking to be celebrating her 13th birthday, and then the very next day, that's
gone.
the last you've seen of her.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you go now? Are you gonna go out there and search or look, or what is are you sticking by the phone? Are you what are you doing?
I'm staying at home, staying by the phone, hoping she just appears. I know my entire family is out looking. They've all spread a bunch of flyers. I've had people contact me that they've gone to the international airport to spread flyers, to Amtrak, to Greyhound, just any way that if someone's taken her and they're trying to take her, just to show her face, just to make sure, she's not being taken against her will.
And you mentioned ADHD. Was there anything else maybe mentally going on, or that you knew of?
She does suffer from anxiety, and once upon a time she was diagnosed with autism. We had her
This is going to be one of those cases that lives down in history because of this video right here. The mom is pleading for her daughter's return, and this creeper McCreeperton is in the back, knowing all of this.
What's the word?
Brained, maybe?
Reevaluated.
Okay.
We had her reevaluated a few months ago, actually, and they told us no, she didn't have autism, but she did have some autistic traits. She did have ADHD, some autistic traits, but not autism. So I'm not sure where to leave with that, because one doctor said she did and one doctor saying she doesn't, and I don't know. She's just in the middle, I guess, because she does have some.
You know what creeps me? I don't know. When I always think of when you just wrote cracking his knuckles, I always think of the killer's hands for some reason. Those hands that he was cracking his knuckles with, right? Which a lot of us crack our knuckles. But those are the hands that unalived this precious girl. For what? For what? Evil.
Some tendencies, but socially she's pretty great. So I'm not sure.
And with the video that you were able to see whenever your boyfriend dropped her off, where was that? Which video? Was that a surveillance camera?
It was a surveillance camera from the church, Peace Church, right next to Hunters Creek Middle School.
And do you have that video?
I don't have that. They didn't show me. They wouldn't show me. It was actually my sister was the one at location, and they were letting her know what they saw on camera.
Okay.
But they didn't show it to any of us.
Got it. Okay. Jen, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Please, 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 if you have any information, contact me, contact law enforcement. Any information helps. Maddie, if you see this, please come home. Please be safe. I love you very much. If you have my Maddie, please just let her come home. We just want her home.
All right. We'll get.
All right. So that interview was done in the first 20, like less than, but about 24 hours after Maddie had vanished, so to say, right? And this monster is in the back doing this. It's absolutely unforgivable. Unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. There. All right, here we go. I'm going to pop this down. I'm going to pop this up.
Spell them both out for me.
Stephen Stearns, STEPHAN, STERNS.
All right, so Stephen, you seem very emotional right now. Explain to us.
I dropped her off. Everything looked fine when I drove away. It's the last time we saw her.
What were the conversations that y'all had in the car when you dropped her off?
Not much. She was asleep for most of the way. Told her how.
She was asleep for most of the way. He is fake as crap.
Have a good day at school when she got out. I love her. She said, thanks. Love you too. That was it.
And so where you think she could possibly be? I mean, this isn't, as I was told, this isn't normal behavior.
This is not normal behavior. She's not the type that would just run off. We don't know where she could.
This is just hours after he unalived precious Maddie. Just had her birthday. Monster.
Be. We're scared. We just want her home.
Are you, in a sense, blaming yourself?
It's hard not to.
Why?
Yeah. You know what? Florida has the capital. You know what? And he deserves it.
I dropped her off early. I could have waited longer. She looked okay. She was walking towards the school when I saw her. It was like any other day, so I went on with my day. It's hard not to blame myself.
You went on with your day with discarding her, throwing her stuff out at a different location, changing a tire because you got a flat, and the police saw you with Maddie's unalived body in the car.
What has the conversation been with Jen since?
She's been a lot stronger than me.
I want to, when he says that, I just want to vomit. She's been a lot stronger than me.
Been holding it together really well, and but it just keeps coming in waves. Just the reality keeps hitting. We don't know where she is. We don't know if she's safe. We're just scared. We just want her home.
Have you, like, literally put boots on the ground, went out?
Yeah, I even went out with the cops where I had dropped her off, and we looked all up and down the road, all along communities.
Angela, right now you have to join my Clutch Them Pearls channel. We're live on that channel. Unfortunately, not on this channel at the moment, but it should be up shortly after I fix my stuff.
There's nothing helpful. None of the cameras
Thank you,
reporting the
dear.
street. Nothing, which in 2024 was surprising. The church across the street had some cameras, and they mentioned seeing her waiting around in the parking lot for a while before moving on, and that was it. But it was grainy. It was grainy footage, and no.
She was never there. She was never, ever there. Ever.
much.
His eyes. Look at his eyes. He just dark.
Not much else.
It seems like she walked west, east.
They said in the direction of the school. I'm not sure what that is.
What was the language? Not
Exactly,
language
Katie.
verbally,
Kate,
language,
rather. Yes.
body language. When you dropped her off, did she seem happy? Was she
Happy.
like, I'm going to meet
She
my
was
friends?
happy. She got happy.
That's exactly what he's crying
She just
for.
turned 13. She'd have
For
a
a show and
13th
for
birthday
himself.
party. She was happy that we were all together here, and she's just very happy. She was a happy kid. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. She brings a lot of joy to us.
He kept saying, she's very sweet. She's just very sweet. And you took advantage. You took advantage. You sick, disgusting monster.
And we just not knowing.
Yes, Deb. Yes.
So the unknown is killing you.
Yeah, it's like
Yes,
the whole
and
world
that's,
upside
I
down.
wanted to point that out. Thank you for saying that. Who said that? Past tense, Deb. Yes. He kept saying she was very sweet. She was just very sweet. Chantel, thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you. I really do appreciate you. Wonder how long he had been tormenting that child. You know, how long has he been tormenting Madeline? And this just doesn't start, right? This is something that these sick monsters do for a long time. Most of the time before they get caught. Grooming for years. Yes. Yeah, we're going to go over that affidavit here in just a little bit.
Not feeling her presence here is. Sorry.
Look at him wipe away those non-tears. Those non-tears. You can't feel her presence here. Well, you know what? Because you took her. That's the reason you robbed the entire world of Madeline. You robbed Madeline of Madeline. You robbed her of a life. That is the worst thing a human can do, is take another life, much less a child, much less a child that trusts you.
It's hard.
I'm gonna be fine. Don't need to apologize. What do you want our viewers to know when they see this?
She's a sweetheart. She's a very sweet, kind girl.
There he goes.
Just please be nice to her. Bring her home if you find her.
I literally want to punch my screen right now. when he was sitting behind her, I think he was trying to gauge what the interviewer knew. Please don't hurt her, he says. Please don't hurt her. Knowing that hours away, you took the air out of her lungs. You stopped her heart from beating.
Tell her that we love her. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay.
No, you
I mean,
don't.
if someone were to come in
No,
contact
you
with
don't.
her and you gave me her
You
diagnosis,
did what you wanted.
would it be easy to approach her without any like agitation or anything?
Yeah. She's a good kid. She's a good kid.
If you can sum up in one complete sentence, waking up, getting ready to drop her off at school, dropping her off at school, to now speaking to me after talking to the police about her being missing for over 24 hours right now. In one complete sentence, what would that be?
A living nightmare. It's a living nightmare. Day started off like any other.
The nightmare is because of you. And the day did not start off as any other. He said that he, on his profile, it said he worked for Disney as a character. Disney says that is not true. But it did not start out as any other day. In fact, I don't even think it started out for Maddie at all.
I just want to wake up.
So did Maddie.
You just get hit with waves of the reality. Just it's setting in.
Maddie just wanted to go to school.
As soon as it got dark last night, we started falling apart because we knew it wasn't going to come to an end. And now we're going on 24 hours and still nothing.
Audrey just wanted to go to school.
People say they see this or that. None of it's
just wanted to be kid.
None of it's helpful. We just wanted a baby girl back.
Yes, Kathy, he's been charged.
Tom, any questions? No, I'm good. Thank you.
Monster. Just a freaking monster is all he is. That's it. He's crying because he knows he's going to prison for the rest of his life. Angela, thank you so much for becoming a member on Clutch. I appreciate you so much. Means a lot right now. Thank you very much. All right. Let me take this banner down. So now we're going to read the. Okay, now what I'll do is we'll watch the press conference and then I'm going to read that affidavit as much as I can at least. Let's see
Von Stern.
In that sir, our effort here to hear. All right. So thank you for being here. We have some important developments in this case that we want to share with our community. I wish we were here to tell you that we have found Madeline, but we have not found her. Last night,
Angela,
detectives
so
from the
much.
Kissimmee Police Department met with Madeline's mother, and they had to tell her the very devastating news.
Can y'all hear that? Oh, thank you, Christina. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to Clutch Them Pearls. Thank you so much. If you was one of the gifted members, please thank our sweet Christina. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Y'all can hear it. Okay, thank you, Nosy.
That although we have not found Madeline, we are now confident that she is dead.
Now, I want to be very clear that Madeline has been found. This was yesterday. They hadn't found Madeline at this point. However, right after this, they received a tip. And then just a few hours after that, they had found Maddie. Don, thank you so much for gifting a membership. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. If you was the one that received a gift from our sweet Dawn, please give her a big thank you as well.
So our efforts will be focused on recovering Madeline. Dozens and dozens of detectives, crime analysts, and specialized team members have been working nonstop and following up on every single lead and every shred of evidence. Our detectives have determined that Madeline was never dropped off on the morning of February 26th near her school. Instead, we believe she was already dead at the time and that Stephen Stearns moved her body in the early morning hours on that day. We have video evidence that shows Stephen Stearns discarding items in a dumpster in that apartment complex in Kissimmee at 7:35 on Monday, February 26th. Detectives later recovered Madeline's backpack and her school-issued laptop from that dumpster. At 8:19, we have evidence that shows Stephen Stearns returning to the complex and Madeline was visible in that vehicle. We believe she was already dead at that time.
So he came back to the apartment. Where was mom at this time? This is what I want to know. Where was mom at this time? When he comes back to the apartments, they see Madeline deceased in the car. Mom was sleeping in. I hope. I pray. I pray that's what it is. I pray that's what it was. Muscles and Mascara, thank you for becoming a member, my dear. And Angel, thank you for becoming a member, my dear. I appreciate you both so very, very much. Yeah, I heard mom was sleeping in. Okay, I pray.
As a result of that, although the initial missing persons investigation started in Orange County, the Kissimmee Police Department will now be taking over the investigation and will become the lead agency. And of course, the Orange County Sheriff's Office, all of our support personnel will be available and will still be assisting in this investigation. So this time I'm going to turn it over to Chief Holland from the Kissimmee Police Department. Chief?
By the way, I absolutely love both of these sheriffs and chiefs right here. I think they are fantastic. Read Sadie's mama's comment. PJ, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you so much, my dear. I appreciate it. I don't see. Okay, thank you, Sadie's. Yeah, I'm only gonna do what I'm not pulling it up. You got me. Thank you for that, though. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here. As Sheriff Mina said, this is still an active and ongoing investigation, and there is a lot of additional information that we cannot release at this time. I do want to note that Stephen Stearns was transported from the Orange County Jail to the Osceola County Jail, where he is being held on capital sexual battery charges filed by the Kissimmee Police Detectives.
Capital.
Right now, our top priority is recovering Madaline. We are still appealing to our community for its help in this case. Please share this crime line bulletin on my right of Stephen Stearns. He was last seen driving a silver 2010 Lincoln MKZ. The Florida tag is IYLL82. On Monday, February 26th, between 1 and 2:30 p.m. in the.
You guys see that tire? See, this is a donut tire. This is a donut tire. You evil son of a brick. You evil, 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 evil.
The area of State Road 192 and Old Hickory Tree Road, as well as Old Hickory Tree Road and Nolte Road. During this time frame, it is believed that Stearns had a flat tire and might have been seen changing the tire in this area. If anyone saw this vehicle or noticed anything suspicious, we're asking that they call Crime Line. We will continue to work tirelessly with the Orange County Sheriff's Office, the Osceola County Sheriff's Office, and St. Cloud Police Departments to bring a resolution to this case and recover Maddie. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Chief. We'll take some questions, but just remember, we're still in the middle of this investigation. There's a lot of things that we cannot reveal. No, Stearns has not spoken to anyone.
Is there any possible specifics that you can give us as to what leads you to believe that she is definitive?
And he wanted to help find Maddie and all of that, but now he's not speaking. You're not speaking now, are you, Stearns? Why not? Why not? Because you're guilty as sin, in my opinion.
The video evidence that we have.
Is it about the position of the body, the way?
So we're not going to go into those exact details, but we have video evidence that leads us to believe that she's already dead.
That's and let me tell you something. Police are very cautious. They are very cautious in saying that if a person, thank you, Candy, is alive or not when they haven't even found the person that they're searching for. But they said in this press conference, and at this point, Maddie had not even been found yet, and they said she was deceased. That was a shocker for all of us because they hadn't found her, and they're very cautious. So they had to know. They had to have a good picture of Maddie in that back car to know that she was no longer with us. Yes, Muscles. Yeah, Don. Yeah, huge statement. That's a huge statement. And a lot of us were just gobsmacked when that happened because just could not, just was like, wow, they haven't even found her and they know she's deceased.
Late after, this location in the afternoon, is there a belief, are we trying to figure out, better requesting video surveillance better, are you trying to figure out whether she was still with this car at that time?
Yeah, so it could be helpful to us if people saw something, and obviously we're searching many different areas, but if someone saw something in that area, we want to know about it. What's that?
Where this car supposedly had a flat, is that area you've already searched?
So we actually have people searching areas right now. So they've searched a bunch of different areas, and they're going to continue to search. So I don't want to go into specifics on exactly where. I don't want to miss something.
Right, and he had a lot of through the CCTV and through his phone. I think that they had ample ways to know that she was no longer alive. But if he actually did take the pictures of her deceased, he is 1,000. That's his trophy. That's his trophy. This is what these motherfuckers do to relive it. Just, oh God, it makes me sick.
One more time. I'm sorry. So what I'll say is what I already said is that we
Yeah, he did. He did reset his phone to factory by, he says, by accident. Let me tell you something. I sold a phone on eBay before, and I had to factory reset it. Um, it's not easy to factory reset. You have to go through several different menu options to factory reset, and then I had to, you have to press it twice to confirm. Twice to confirm. Are you sure you want to do this? Yes. This will permanently delete everything. Permanently. Yes. So there was no accident. There was no accident in him.
We believe he moved her body in those early morning hours, and all that is still under investigation.
Hold on, I want to hear
That's
that.
what I already said, is that we believe he moved her body in those early morning hours.
We believe he moved her body in those early morning hours. So I have not read the affidavit yet, so I'll be reading it the first time with you guys.
And all that is still under investigation. Yes, we're talking to the mother. Yes. So we're talking to the mother and all this. There's, to my knowledge, she's not a suspect in this case right now.
You had mentioned that he dropped some items in the dumpster. Did you recover those?
That's correct. So from the dumpster, we recovered her backpack and her school issued laptop.
Her school issued laptop and her backpack. You can factory reset it till the cows come home, but trust me, if law enforcement wants it and it's been on there, they're going to get it.
You're piecing things together with different portions of video. Is it the department's belief that she was killed at the house?
It's our belief that she was killed in Kissimmee, and that he moved her body. And so that's why the Kissimmee Police Department is the lead investigators now.
As for messages that you said that Madeline might have sent about living in the woods when she turned 13, are you questioning whether those were actually sent by her rather than someone else?
Yeah, that's all part of the investigation, so we haven't determined that yet. Yeah, so obviously detectives have spoken to her mother, and as you can imagine, the reaction that any parent would have.
So this is transition from a disappearance investigation to a murder investigation headed up by the Kissimmee Police Department.
That is correct. It is transitioned to a homicide investigation, and the Kissimmee Police Department will be the lead agency in that investigation.
She didn't forget her phone.
We're still investigating it.
She didn't forget her phone. She was unalived by that time, most likely.
I have a question for you, Chief, regarding the charges, because we noticed there's an additional charge for sex battery on a victim under the age of 12. Are you continuing to go through his phone and find more evidence?
The detectives are continuing the investigation, and as more evidence comes up, there may be more charges in the future. That's still all part of the investigation. I don't want to say right now.
What about the church footage that somebody mentioned that she was seen wearing she was seen at the church?
So yes, we reviewed that footage. It was very grainy. We weren't able to determine that was her, but like I said, we know that she was never dropped off at school that morning. That's correct. Searches are continuing as we speak. And so, like I said, we have people who are working nonstop. And so every lead that comes in, every piece of evidence that we receive, we're going to follow up on that. And if that leads us to a new search area, we'll be out all weekend. Yeah, agree.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay. So there's that. There's that. All right. I haven't read the affidavit yet. Let's pull this up. I'm reviewing it. I've heard it's really bad, so I'm trying to review it real quick. There's a lot redacted. Come on.
We continue to follow breaking news in Osceola County. The body of 13-year-old Maddie Soto has been found. The Orange County Sheriff's Office just confirmed that.
A wooded area along Old Hickory Tree Road. We're told Maddie Soto's body was found near there in a remote area. Fox 35 Stephanie Buffamonte joins us live. And Stephanie, what can you tell us about this heartbreaking development?
Yeah, truly heartbreaking. We are learning that Madeline Soto's body was found right near where I am standing on Hickory Tree Road. And they found her body around 4:30 this afternoon, according to the sheriff's office, in a very wooded area. And a source tells Fox 35 that it takes a couple of miles to get to where her body was found by foot. I want to just show you what it looks like over here right now. You can see we're blocked off at this intersection. A sheriff's office deputy blocking off the area where they say that they found Madeline Soto's body. And now this is Sky Fox video of teams out here searching this area. And this, of course, comes after the Orange County Sheriff John Mina said that he was confident that Maddie was dead and that they were working to find her body. That was the latest we had heard from earlier this afternoon. And now we are getting this heartbreaking update that her body was found. I want to show you a picture of this car. This is Stephen Stern's car, who was Maddie's mom's boyfriend. He was a suspect in her homicide case. He was last seen driving a silver Lincoln and in this area of Old Hickory Tree Road and Nolte Road. And now, of course, we are learning that her body was found in a wooded area. We are, of course, are going to try to find out any more information about this case, and we will bring it to you live. For now, reporting live, Stephanie Buffamonte, Fox 35 News.
.35 News starts now with breaking news.
We start with that breaking news here on the News Edge at 6. We've just been
One second, sorry. I was muted, sorry. Listen, if I'm not muted at least 2 minutes in a live, it's not a live for me, okay? Okay. I'm getting a bunch of texts saying I'm muted. All right. So, it says, I'm giving you a summary of the affidavit that 37-year-old Stephen Stern's phone that led to his arrest of S battery and possession of child S abuse material. Stern is the primary suspect in the disappearance of 13-year-old Maddie Soto, who vanished on Monday. He is the boyfriend of Madeline's mother, Jennifer. The affidavit revealed that Stern performed a factory reset on his phone on the day Madeline disappears. Investigators recovered several photos and videos showing Stern's S assaulting a child. Oh my God. Stern was the last confirmed person to see Madeline and claimed he dropped her off at a church near the middle school. However, family and friends found it unusual for Madeline to be dropped off down the street. Stearns has no criminal history except for a few traffic violations. Okay. The mother, on February 16th, 2024, at approximately 2,000 hours, redacted, was reported missing by her mother, which we probably know who that is. The mother advised her daughter's stepfather, Stephen Stearns, picked her up from home and dropped her off at Hunters Creek Middle School at 13400 Town Loop Boulevard, Orlando, at February 26, 2024. The mother then went to pick up redacted name from school and at dismissal and learned redacted never showed up at school. An interview was conducted with redacted Stephen Stearns, who advised he picked up redacted's name and dropped her off in front of Peace United Methodist Preschool, 13502 Town Loop Boulevard, Orlando, Florida, which he was down the street from the school at 8:40 a.m. Hunters Creek Middle School class began at 9:30 a.m. A license plate reader captured Stevens' vehicle with Florida tag IYLL82 driving redacted. During the interview with Steven, he provided consent to search his phone. However, he stated he accidentally performed a factory reset on his phone on February 26, 2024, the same day redacted went missing, a long redaction. After an extensive canvass of the area and interviews with redacted's family and friends, it was unusual for redacted to be dropped off down the street from the school and not stay in communication with family and friends. He, in my opinion, dropped her off there because he didn't think there was as many cameras or any cameras. Exactly, Kelly. I'm being very careful on how I read this. One second. Excuse me. After an extensive canvass of the area and interviews with redacted family and friends, it was unusual that he dropped off. Upon reviewing the contents of Stephen's phone, several images and videos were located which depicted redacted's personal areas. You fucking monster, Stephen. Of pictures and videos. There were also pictures and videos depicting. Oh God, I can't read this. No. It's bad. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. If you've read it, put a 1 in the chat. If you haven't, put a 2 in the chat. Okay. It's really bad. So what I can do is I can give you a what I'll do is I can give you a link to the Google Doc. Because it is truly one of the most crazy things I've ever seen in my entire life. Make sure 1 second. It's I'm trying to fix it here so I can give you guys a link. There you go. Because it is he did horrible things, and it is horrible things that he the hell's going on my phone? Oh, hold on. That's people checking. That's people opening it up right now. It's really bad. It says you have to request access. Oh my god. Hold on. Share. Anyone with the okay, hold on here. Here, try this link. Let me see if I can open it through. Here, let me go to X. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Did that one work? The second one opens good. Okay. Okay. All those beeps was people trying to get in. There's a lot of redacted stuff there. Well, just names really. A farmer found her. Okay. But in this in this document, it basically says things that he did in this video. It also says that it should be noted that his area observed doing something had a distinct marking on it, which consisted of a bright pinkish colored skin part below on his, what. Several of the other pictures observed on his phone, there is this exact pinkish color on the other photos as well that they found on his phone. So what they're going to do is exactly, we'll call it a birthmark. Does he have any children? I don't know. I don't know. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. He destroyed her life. He took her life. He took her life, and then he took, her future kids away from her if she wanted to have kids, right? He took the gifts that only Maddie can give to the world away from us, because every single one of us have something special that only you can offer. There's only one of each of us. Yeah. Yeah. So, I don't think he was there for the mother. She was just used to get her. Well, this appeared. Hold on. Where did that comment go? The weighings of Tiny. Can you read it, Justin? I don't see it. I don't see your comment. I'm looking, but I don't see it. But I feel really sorry for the kids that knew Maddie, the teachers, the school, the community, Maddie's dad, stepmom, and I feel bad for Maddie's mom as of now, because I don't know more. I know a lot of people completely feels opposite of that, but I I don't know her, and I don't know how, everyone reacts differently. I have a lot of questions for her. But the where's her dad? Her dad, I don't know where he lives. I see. Do you know where he lives? Um, I showed a picture. Here, I can show you a picture of her dad and stepmom. They look like a lovely family. When I see Maddie, it just makes me want to cry. It really does. Just they live in Texas. I don't guess, I don't think she's related to Savannah Soto. I wouldn't think so. But it's really weird that, we've got Savannah Soto and now there's another, we got Maddie. She looks just like her mom. Yeah. This is Savannah, God. This is Maddie's bio dad and step mom. Digging since my age. She has to be very kind and gentle about it. Yeah. Yeah, Maddie, I don't know, man. There's just something. She just looks like just the sweetest kid. Just the sweetest kid. She feel horrible for the dad. Deborah, I agree. There's still a lot of questions here. A lot of questions. And I don't know. Her birthday was Thursday, yes. We don't know how she and her mom celebrated. Mom perhaps couldn't get Disney busy on weekends. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm still absolutely open to the mother. I just don't know. I'm just gonna wait. Because I know people are not happy with her, but like I said, I have questions for the mom for sure. I think we all do. The things that was found on his phone, y'all, is absolutely horrendous. And if you've read that affidavit since I've dropped it or you've read it before, if he had been doing this to Maddie, right? If he had been doing this to Maddie for some time, and there's a video out there, and it appeared that there allegedly seems to be that out there. He was afraid she was going to tell. She was getting older. She had just turned what? Teenager. She just turned a teenager. Just turned 13 years old. Right? Oh, Jen. right? And kids change when they become teenagers, right? And like I said, they have more confidence, they get more mouthy. They're hormonal. They're not really they're not childish. They're still childish, but they're becoming more, they're between adult and a kid. And yes, they rebel. Yes. Look at her eyes difference, dark panda eyes. Yeah, I'll show you that photo where it's a lot.
On with Maddie.
Well,
Hold on, something's playing.
Monday morning, we took her to school. We dropped her off close to school.
A lot of people say, Maddie had, she was starting to fill out a little bit. She was probably dealing with a lot of internal struggles. It's hard enough to be a teenager. Listen, it was hard being a teenager when I was a kid. Can you imagine now? We didn't have social media, right? You and I, we didn't have social media as a kid. We didn't have the freaking internet, let alone social media, right? So I can't imagine being a teenager now and also putting all of, our business out there. And the pressures of being a teenager. And she's 13. You know. Yeah, blank. I understand. I mean, we're like, most of our us in here, we're like the kind of the last generation that really didn't grow up with social media or the internet, really. Thank you, Blue Eyes. Yes, if you guys don't mind hitting that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my other channel, which I'm streaming on right now as well, it's called Clutch Them Pearls. I'm doing a lot of streams over there as well. So make sure you're subscribed to Clutch Them Pearls. Mods, if you don't mind dropping a link again there. I think we need to teach our children not to embarrass. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I also try to think about, people who. Oh, thank you, Charlotte. I didn't see your thing here earlier. I'm sorry. And Sarah, thank you so much. Did I say? I think I said thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much, Charlotte. Thank you so much for the 279. Appreciate you. But think about you're living in the house. You're living in the house, right? With your mom's boyfriend. And every family has a norm, right? But, this stepdad is doing something to you as not even a teenager at the time. He's videotaping it. And it would take probably, even if you know you could, it would still take a lot of, coming to terms with telling your mother, but also being afraid she may not believe you, or B, this man that is doing this to you, and your mother may hurt one or both of you. I think she did live in fear. I think she absolutely did. I mean, I understand we tell our, you tell your kids, you can tell me anything, absolutely anything, anytime, anywhere. Listen, I would rather know than not know. Tell me, we can work it out. We can always work something, but make sure that they really, really understand and mean anything and everything. And even then, at 13, you just can't imagine. Right, Huckleberry. And I think the average person that comes out that they were SA'd, they're in their mid 40s. The average woman in their mid 40s. This may have happened 35 years ago for them, but they don't tell someone usually until their mid 40s. Justin, I had a stepdad who abused me, but my mother would never believe. And Regina, let me tell you something. It was so much more common back then for mothers not to believe, or parents not to believe. And it's not, I don't think that they didn't believe you. I think that they suppressed it because they just they didn't want to face what was going on, that this is really, and everything was just covered up. Covered up back then. That's the way it was. Everything was covered up. Everything. We are 200 short, y'all. Candy, actually, I knew they found her probably before most other YouTubers. In fact, but thank you, I appreciate it. I text Smiley because I couldn't do it yesterday. I've just been doing what I can. You know what I mean? Yeah, they were in denial. Yeah, I had someone very close, a source, and I knew before anyone on YouTube put it out. I contacted Smiley and see if she wanted to go live with it, but she was live about something else. But I just couldn't do it yesterday. I'm in my 50s and I only talk to my therapist about it. Yeah, Shelly. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Marilyn, listen, there is absolutely. And thankfully, this, our generation, we talk about things. We talk about things. How do you get a message to me? That number right there. You can message me or you can email me. Sometimes we just need a break. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We do. There's been so many cases here lately that it's just it's too much. I have a lot of trauma in my life I didn't deal with until my late 30s. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tar Heel. Thank you, my dear. She is involved. A lot of people think that, Lake Erie. A lot of people think that. Now, I'm not prepared to say that personally as of yet. No, thank you, Regina. But because I just don't know. I mean, I understand how people think that. I get it, trust me, because I have questions too, but I'm just not prepared to say that personally. Yes, she did or does work for Disney. Now, Steven doesn't. Thank you, Candy. All right, guys. Well, I will be back here in a little bit. We are covering another case here in a little bit. Make sure you are subscribed to Clutch Them Pearls as well. Also, before I go, I wanted to mention this woman. I was reading this story before I came on. Let me find it. Give me 2 seconds. This woman from Indiana. Mother falls ill. She dies on an American airline flight from Dominican Republic. And she's 41 years old. American flight number 2790 from Punta Cana to Charlotte, North Carolina, when her health took a sudden turn. Police said she was given CPR on the plane, and the aircraft was diverted to Turks and Caicos Island, a British overseas territory located in the southeast of the Bahamas, local police said. Medics and police were dispatched to the aircraft, and the woman was transported to local hospitals where she was later pronounced deceased. And the flight didn't take off until the next day. That is so. You read that? I'm wondering, do they think she had? Thank you, dispatch. Appreciate you, honey. Do they think she had was she sick? Was she poisoned? Did she have a procedure? Sometimes people will go, somewhere in the Caribbean and have a procedure done because it may be less expensive, but it can also be more dangerous as well. Could be a blood clot, could be a heart attack. Is that what they've said? Yeah. One time I was flying back from Hawaii, and there was this woman. She was probably late 20s, early 30s. And she had really, really red hair, and she was walking in the aisle, and she fell down on in the aisle, and her leg or her body, her top was pressed next to my leg, like she was leaning up against my leg, and the flight attendants came and was checking on her, and they were talking to her and everything. And I had she was so hot, physically hot, that it almost burnt my leg. It was so weird. I didn't even think it was like a person could get that hot. I was like, is she a freaking robot or something? It was the weirdest thing. But I remember her, like she's like pressed up against my leg, and she's in the aisle. And the flight attendants are checking on her and everything. And I was like, I don't know. Internal combustion, maybe. But she was so physically hot. And she's like, I don't know. She had just gotten out of I don't know if she was doing something in the bathroom. I don't know if she was sick or whatever, but it was the weirdest thing. I was like, how does a person get this hot? My husband gets hot like that every night. Yeah, well, see, I mean, oh, really? Yeah. One of Purple Subs knew her. Wow. I don't know, but she was really hot. Thank you, Chantel. Justin, not sure if you have kids. If you do, sure how. Yes. Yes, I have 3. Thank you, Chantel. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much. They do get to you. They do get to you. Yes. Especially, yeah. They do. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it, Chantel. All right, guys. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will be live in about an hour from now or so. So I will. Yes, 3. 3. All right, guys. Love you all. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.